But due to the pandemic, we changed plans. I struggled to hold an event when there were so many other important things to do. And that's why we're doing it in collaboration with our graduation tonight. We only had to set this up one time. While I did not want today to be about the pandemic, I have to mention it. It really does frame my first year and a half here. A short 76 days into my presidency, we had to close campuses and work from home. I want to acknowledge and thank our executive team, Robert Spohr, Connie Stewart, Lisa Lund, and Deborah Alexander, for their support during that time. We found ourselves in daily, multiple times a day, phone calls dealing with significant enrollment declines, budget cuts, potential layoffs, and other very difficult decisions. In the words of a long-serving president, Stacy, you're dealing with all of the worst possible things at the exact same time. Just think, if you're going to get through this, you can get through anything. It seems cliche to say thank you after the year that we've had, but thank you to the entire MCC family, many of whom are standing in the back. The realization of the time and energy and hard work and dedication you have shown over the past year is incredible. I could spend my entire speech naming individuals that did so much to keep us up and running, but I do want to give a big shout out to our faculty, who have had to turn their teaching upside down and face countless challenges over the past year and have done so while delivering high quality education to our students. Thank you, faculty, so much. 29 years ago, I know, Trace, sorry about that, I just disclosed our age. As a college freshman at Manchester University, I got a job in the admissions department, helping to recruit students. Little did I know that some things that I learned then would serve me today. 23 years ago, I started teaching and fell in love with community colleges. I found that community colleges offer high quality education while getting to know our students, their families, and provide opportunities to touch their lives differently than we might have at a larger university. I have not looked back since. Maybe this love for community colleges and the dedication it took to get to MCC maybe this love for community colleges and the dedication it took to get MCC established 56 years ago is the reason I love B. Dozer's story so much. B. Dozer, who one of our buildings is named after, her connection to MCC started a few years before the college opened in 1965. B was part of the community group that worked to support the county to establish the college. It's not surprising to me that B helped establish a college. You see, she was well educated and a physicist. Let that sink in, a female physicist in the 1950s. She worked for General Electric in California, where she later met her husband, Fred. During this time in our history, not only was it uncommon for a woman to work, but to have a woman in a field like B's was unique. She was a trailblazer. Fred and B later moved to Edmore, Michigan, where the Hitachi magnetics plant opened here, Hitachi had a nepotism rule, though, and Fred and B could not work at the same company. So Fred worked while B found herself out of work. Don Burns told me that B took her energy and talents and became very active in the community and worked on various projects. Perhaps it's no surprise that this highly educated person would find herself working with others to advocate for a community college in Montcalm County. B had seen a dynamic community college system in California while she was there, and she knew that a community college could serve this area. B became a chairperson of the finance subcommittee for the initial feasibility study and led the publicity campaign to establish MCC. She was elected to the board, where she served for 32 years, serving as treasurer for 6 years and then chairperson for 26. I tell you B's story today for 2 reasons. First, to understand that while MCC is more than 50 years old, it's still only 56 years old. It is not that long ago that some parents and grandparents in this community did not have a chance to get a college degree. Without people like B. Dozer, this college would not exist. B was living our vision and mission almost 60 years ago. She knew that what education could do in the lives of the community. Today, 50% of Montcalm County students pursue higher education. Most of them choose MCC. However, we have more work to do because 50% still do not do anything past high school. The second reason I mentioned Bee's story is because she inspires me. She was a pioneer, she was highly educated, and a female leader during a time in our history where women earned only 60% of what men did, doing the exact same job. What is really impressive is that MCC has a long history of putting women in leadership roles, including our current chairwoman, Karen Carbonelli, who has served almost 40 years as trustee and 24 of those as board chair. I did not want this moment to go past without recognizing that while we are in a small, rural, conservative county, MCC is ahead of its time. I am proud to be its 6th president and honored to be the first female in this role. I wonder what Bee would say today about education in America. It's an incredible time of disruption, and it's not all due to the global pandemic. In fact, education was being disrupted before the pandemic, but COVID put everything we were contemplating and curious into overdrive. Who would have thought we could deliver lab science to students at home? If you feel like change is happening faster than ever before, you're right. And Tuda, it's probably not just because of me. Disruption is pushing us harder and faster, and we are faced with mind-numbing hurdles in the future, including a demographic cliff within the next few years. It's a scary time, and I'm not going to lie, sometimes it leads to sleepless nights. But despite these challenges that are ahead, I am more excited than ever about the endless possibilities that we have here. Montcalm Community College is well positioned to lead into the future disruption. We like to say size is our advantage. We strive to be proactive, yet we can react quickly and respond to change. I believe that our size enables us to be nimble, try new things, and quickly recreate ourselves when we need to. We are also deeply connected to our stakeholders. I'm incredibly proud of our connection to the local community groups, schools, employers, and the economic development groups for which we serve. I'm not alone in thinking that community colleges will lead. Jill Biden, the First Lady of the United States, agrees and says that community colleges are our most powerful engine of prosperity. MCC is already leading, and we shall do more. We will continue to demonstrate our value, show responsiveness to changes, be good stewards of our resources, and strive to educate with energy and creativity. We are also dedicated to providing extraordinary customer service. The market demands we think differently, and Generation Z has challenged us to be better. For Generation Z, it's not just about how much money they make, but it's also about how they can make a difference. Not only is MCC positioning to lead these changes, but we've incorporated them into our strategic plan. I'm proud of the fact that despite the pandemic, last fall, our cross-divisional team, including many people that are here today, students, faculty, staff, community members, our board, and foundation, worked to create a new strategic plan. It is that plan that guides us. Our vision is community inspiration, exceptional education, and personal empowerment. I think our vision exemplifies what guides us every day. Our work starts with the community. How can we best serve the students, employers, and community members? And we provide the highest quality education by empowering those that we serve. Our mission is simply stated: transform lives through quality education. Perhaps my favorite part of our new strategic plan are our values. Our values spell out the word service. Service is extremely important to us. I find that if we are putting the community and our students first, decisions get a little bit easier. I have a 7-foot banner in my office with our vision, mission, and values. There's not an hour that goes by that I do not look up at it and think about why we are here. When the most difficult decisions come to me, I'm led by our vision, mission, and values. It's important to me that MCC does not just print our values, but we live them. That's the reason we've committed to 10,000 hours of service in our community this year. We like to say community is our middle name, and I believe it shows in our deep commitment to serving. Our actions will speak louder than our words. I will end today by saying that service is not just something I say. The word service is extremely important to me personally. I want to serve the stakeholders, stay humble and kind to all. In fact, that is the mantra that I repeat to myself all day long, every day. It is with that that I say to the board, our community, our faculty, staff, and students, I promise to work tirelessly to serve you as president and live our mission of transforming lives through quality education. I am committed to serving you in a way that honors our past, considers our present, and looks forward to the future. Thank you all today for coming to celebrate Montcalm Community College.
We will now present the MCC alma mater. My sincere thanks to all who have joined us this afternoon to celebrate the beginning of a new chapter in the history of Montcalm Community College. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the recessional of the platform party, which marks the closing of our installation ceremony. We ask that you proceed to the Activities Building Woodside Cafe so we can set up for our commencement ceremony. Cookies and beverages will be available. Please rise. Thank you.